What's going on, everybody? Neo17 here. Happy New Year. We are here, baby, in 2019, and we are kicking off with a absolute bang because I woke up, man, I was getting the best sleep. I woke up, look at my Twitter mentions. I got like 30 Twitter mentions. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I look at this craziness that dropped, and I didn't know if it was like, okay, I need to wake up first and actually read this shit, or what the hell is going on? It is January 1st. We haven't even jumped into the shallow end of 2019. Hell, I don't even know if we've gotten in the pool yet. And just wild stuff. I am recording. Okay, good. I'm self-conscious about that. Alright. So, first of all, thank you guys for being patient with me. I've had the craziest December ever. I was in Texas for 2 weeks. I came back to do Christmas shopping. I had family come up. Then I went to go visit family, and I had no time to do anything, but I do now. So I'm here, just want to give you that little backstory. So what I'm going to hop into first is this. On Twitter this morning, by my good friends, you, the Neato Squad, specifically my friend here, Skinny Snubble, had posted something on Twitter that I was eventually tagged in by my boy Kyle. Now, I didn't even, because all I saw was the 4chan rumor, which is what I'm going to start with. I know 4chan. It is a rumor video, okay? This is not a leak. This is a rumor. As of now, it is, anyway. And it didn't make so much sense to me. I was like, okay, you're kind of just spitballing. Like, there was nothing tying anything into anything at all. So I was like, okay, it's 4chan, you know? So let's look at the post. Okay, so the post says, first of all, anytime a 4chan post is like, okay, enough of the bullshit. Typically it's fake because people are just trying to get your attention with the headliner, and then they end up bullshitting with you. But the interesting thing about this is, well, the interesting things after I show you after what I'm going to show you with this 4chan post. So, Pokemon Crown and Pokemon Scepter. Okay, on 4chan, which is very odd. Now, me and a few of my friends, my close friends here on Twitter, I talk to somebody daily, and we constantly feed each other information about ideas and things like that, sometimes based off of what Masuda's posted or whatever the case is. And about 3 weeks ago, we talked about a UK-based region, and mainly because it seems to be the most marketable region at this time. I mean, Game Freak Pokemon can make anything marketable. Like, let's not clown and act like the UK is the only one at this time, right? They could put it anywhere. But the UK seemed to stick out for various reasons, and some of it had to do with where Masuda was traveling to, and things he was taking pictures of, and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people were just saying like, oh, it's going to be in Southeast Asia and all this stuff. Well, I mean, it very well could be. This could all just be bullshit. It very well could be Southeast Asia because we've gotten pictures, and Masuda's taking pictures of some animals and stuff from Southeast Asia. That it's kind of hinted toward that, along with some other rumors and things like that. But we don't really know, right? As much as whatever the information we have points to something, right now the evidence that I see in front of me as of this morning, about an hour and a half ago, is better than anything we've gotten from rumors off of Bulba forums or anything like that. And I'll get into that in a second. So this was circled for specificity. Yes, these are the actual names, not King and Queen. I guess King and Queen was rumored. I didn't even know that. Takes place in England, shocker. Trailer will be X and Y style with various locations, the Startermon, and Box Legends. I fully expected that. That's not anything new to me, so that seems to be along the lines of, you know, being correct. The starters are a rabbit, sheep, and dolphin. Now, I don't know much about UK lore, like England lore. I don't know anything about the UK at all in terms of other than our history, actual history, but a dolphin, a sheep, and a rabbit doesn't seem to make much sense for the UK. I mean, I don't know. There's animals that mean a lot to every area in the world, so who knows. The Box Legends are a thorn spider and a butterfly. Again, I don't know anything about the culture there, so if there's someone from the UK that knows anything about what a butterfly or spider could mean to the UK, I could Google it, and maybe I'll do that later. Other shit in the mock-up trailer I noticed. You noticed them, huh? Male trainer looks almost identical to Platinum or the veteran from Black and White with slight variations. Big Ben is seen, although I'm sure it's named differently. I don't know what Big Ben is. Ben Roethlisberger, I don't know. Riding Pokemon is bad because I saw the female trainer riding a Noivern around a Ferris wheel. I see Noivern fitting in the UK pretty well, actually. Gyms seem to be returning and appear to be in more expansive locations like Sun and Moon trials rather than buildings. These include an underwater cavern, a jungle with purple poison puddles that the male trainer sneaks around for some reason, an electric grid, and a stone castle that has a Druddigon hanging off a tower. So the running theme here seems to be dragons. These are seen in rapid succession, although that last one may be a quest location. Now here's where we're all like, okay, this is bullshit. Direct announcement supposedly, dropping New Year's Day or sometime after, with the reveal a week or two later depending on timing. So the general consensus among the community has been a direct will drop next week because we have the 8th and the 10th. Nintendo usually goes beginning, middle of the month for their direct announcements because it's the best time to do it. It's right in the smack dab in the middle of everything from a marketing standpoint. Middle of the month, beginning of the month always makes the most sense, not the end of the month because people aren't paying as much attention. That's just how the marketing cycles go. So that makes sense. It also makes sense that this person may not know the direct announcement because it may not be solidified yet. Or he's not meant to know, or she's not meant to know. Or they gave him the information, he or she the information, and it was purposely false. So the way things go, guys, leaks, like if people have information or work for a company, a lot of the time the company will give somebody information that's false or not concrete. And when it's put out there, it actually means something else. Because if you give anybody the correct information right up front, that person can just go leak it and there's nothing, I mean, it's too simple, it's bad practice. So companies will typically give very, very rough information like what they do with translators. A word will mean something the translators are translating and that word ends up meaning something else. So, not trying to confuse you, but that's typically how this goes. So, again, a lot of people are calling bullshit because it says direct announcement supposedly dropping New Year's Day, but it does say supposedly, and it does say or sometime after with the reveal a week or two later depending on timing. So they didn't say today specifically, just that it could be. So let's hop into, so that's what I read first. Okay, then we got this picture. James Turner, if you guys don't know who James Turner is, he created Poipole. He is the artist behind Poipole. He did an amazing job. I think he's created Pokemon in the past. I don't know, actually I think Poipole may have been his first one. So the reason why this is significant, in the very smallest of degrees, the first part being a small degree. So Guzzlord here seems to be eating 2018, indicating 2018 is over, but the colors of the 2018 seem to be the same colors of Sun and Moon. So by Sun and Moon, by 2018. And then we don't really get the colors of the 2019. We don't know if that even means anything. But the interesting part is, this was the picture James Turner posted, by the way. The interesting part is, there's a Pikachu with a crown, and then a magnifying glass. Now, a lot of people are like, well, if it's Scepter and whatever the hell it said, what did it say? I already lost it. Pokemon Crown and Scepter. Like, okay, well, if it's Crown and Scepter, then why is he holding a magnifying glass? So Detective Pikachu, ready to be mind blown. Detective Pikachu comes out in what, May or something like that. Now around May, typically, you'll start getting the bulk of information when it comes to Pokemon news. Like they'll reveal it really early on, and then you'll start getting the bulk of the information starting in May. So if Detective Pikachu comes out in May, and they want to market it with the games, that makes sense. Now why does that make sense? Because Detective Pikachu is being filmed in the UK. Okay, yeah, shit's getting real. Detective Pikachu was filmed in the UK, is being filmed in the UK. So, it would be extremely simple to market the games with Detective Pikachu. And it makes the most sense because he's holding a magnifying glass. And the caption for this was James Turner saying big things are coming in 2019 for Pokemon. So you have the crown concept with the 4chan rumor, and then you have the magnifying glass indicating it could be related to Detective Pikachu. Not saying 100% it is, but that would make the most sense. That would make the only bit of sense, actually. And people are kind of freaking out down here. Rightfully so. So that's that piece. Okay, so here's where I start going, okay, here's the credible stuff, because we've seen it with Let's Go, we've seen it with Sun and Moon, we've seen it numerous times with other things that Masuda, Game Freak, whoever will post shit that directly links us to games. Like, that is literally the most substantial piece of evidence we ever get. Everything else is just clutter, it's just noise that we see in bubble forums and all these other places. So here's the crazy part. Look. What the fuck is that, man? Seriously? We have a king, a queen, a scepter, a crown. Okay. Wild. Alright. Now, I'll have to specifically see where that picture came from, because the picture I'm going to show you guys isn't that one. Okay, then we have this shit. Okay, so this Crown Pikachu is actually being, it's in Pokemon Let's Go. You can buy it for like 999,999 Pokédollars, which is wild. So could it be that this here is just marketing the crown piece in Let's Go? I don't think so. Seems to me, it seems a bit extensive to go this far just for a crown, because we're seeing other stuff. We're seeing the scepter. We're seeing two Mons dressed up literally like the Queen of England or whatever. Okay, so let's go back up here. So in 2015, this was posted. Pokemon Center 2015 plush toy, Vacation Pikachu Holiday. 2015, Sun and Moon was announced in 2016. And then this was the Pikachu. Vacation Pikachu. Sun and Moon, Alola, we got it, right? Then we go up here. Oh, this person says, I know there's a rare butterfly called Queen Alexandra's Birdwing. Might be an inspiration. Okay, so there you go. Someone already did that bit of research. Where's what I was looking at? I was looking at something else too. Where'd he go? I don't know, but let's go. Here's the piece of information that I'm interested in. Right, so Skinny Snubble, shout out to you. You're the one, my friend. You are the one. Let's go to Game Freak's Twitter. Let's go to the media. It's the fastest way to get to it. So when I saw that rumor, I immediately went to Game Freak's page and I was like, okay, have they posted anything related to this shit at all? So go down here. Sorry, I'm burping, guys. I'm drinking coffee. And honestly, I was scrolling and I almost gave up looking. I'm like, okay, there's nothing on Game Freak's page, so I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Then you get here. Alright, and you get here. You got the scepter going on, I guess the king. Then you have the queen aspect, or whoever's supposed to be which. I'm assuming the king because of the I don't know. Fill me in on that. I don't really know how that goes. So this was posted 23 December 2018. Now there's another picture out there. Oh, I know where it's at. Okay, so this was Game Freak, the official Game Freak page. Then you go over to Mr. Masuda's page up here. What has he done in the past when it comes to this? Does this look familiar? Anytime Masuda, well, I don't want to say anytime because it's happened in the past where nothing's happened. He'll take a picture of himself composing music, and then we'll get news like a month later, no later than a month later usually. Sometimes I don't know that. I don't know if that's even an indicator, but it's happened. And he posted a picture of Pikachu and Eevee making music and stuff. Now this could have been what it actually was. He was making music, I guess, with Eevee. I don't know if he's saying for Let's Go or whatever the case was. But when he posts pictures like that, sometimes an announcement has followed. And then here's where it gets interesting. Bada boom. The king and queen return. Now, this could just be a but the interesting thing is, so I always try to weed out like, okay, what could it mean, right? This could just be a fancy ass way of saying Merry Christmas. This could just be Mr. Masuda's way of saying, here's how we wanted to dress them up because there's crowns in Let's Go, and Merry freaking Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever the hell. Because this was posted 18 December. However, if we're going to err on the side of the rumor, from 4chan, what you could also say is, well, we got the king, the crown or whatever, we got the scepter, we got the queen aspect over here going on. Again, I'm spitballing, I don't know which one's which, what each is supposed to be. I'm just assuming with the bow tie, this is the king. Then, so I started digging and thinking a little bit more. I'm like, okay, why are Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Mew in the picture? Any relevance at all? Maybe, maybe not. What I was thinking was, because the 4chan rumor hinted to a X and Y type reveal. In the X and Y trailer, we got box art legendaries, starters, and some like locations or whatever. So we have 3 starters here, okay, which would be in the trailer. We have the names essentially of the 2 games, Crown and Scepter. And then we have Mew. So what can Mew mean? Well, typically by April we have the new generation's mythical Pokemon. So Mew could be in there to indicate, well, mythical coming, or Mew's just in there to be in there. And again, that's just me kind of spitballing and guessing, like, okay, well, why would they be in the picture too? Or it's also just to say, we're throwing these guys in here to hide the fact that we're really hinting at a new Pokemon game. And it's just so interesting to me because if we remember, Masuda directly gave us the names of Let's Go beforehand. With the Luigi, Eevee, and Pikachu holding out the Pokeball like a Pokemon Go viewpoint. He literally gave us the game. And he does this all the time with pictures. So to me, stuff like this is more credible than anything that's out there on the internet. Because this is directly from him. So if you see something that ties into, like we did with Pixelpar's drawing, with the names, with the check mark, and then Masuda posted the picture, it was all but confirmed. We're like, okay, 100% confirmed. Now it's just a matter of waiting. And then the announcement came shortly after. So that's really the entirety of the rumor and the digging that I was able to do. Now I was also able to do some small digging. Like I said, Rhyme City from Detective Pikachu is based in the UK. James Turner's picture was directly, James Turner's post was directly his picture about Pikachu having a crown and a magnifying glass, again indicating a possible Detective Pikachu and game concept. So it is very crazy stuff. Another interesting thing too, the 4chan post was actually trip coded, which means moderators and stuff have tight grabs on it. So that is interesting. Why it would be trip coded. Again, don't know if that means anything, but it seems like they'd want to keep the post kind of tight to the moderators only, or very specific people. So this is how we kick off 2019. Okay, this shit is crazy to me. So the way I cover this, guys, you know this is the way I do things. I analyze, I give the information, and then I give my opinion on it. My opinion is, to be honest, I don't have much of one, but it seems there's something there with the 4chan post and the scepter and crown thing. It seems there could be some validity to that. So it's possible, and that's really all I can base my opinion on, because you can't go, oh yeah, it's real, it's time, let's go, because we just, like, there's too many ifs. It's not like the Let's Go thing where it was so clear cut, you're like, okay, this shit is real. It's a matter of waiting to see if anything else is posted that could further validate Masuda and Game Freak's pictures. The fact they both posted it is extremely interesting. So that's pretty much it, guys. Next week is going to be a very interesting week. Very interesting, because that's the week of the middle of the month. We start getting into the 10th, the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, I think, is really where we start getting into direct territory. X and Y was announced or revealed January 3rd. Okay, so it's crazy. We could even get an announcement tomorrow and then have a direct on Thursday. However, that would be a Nintendo Direct. Maybe they do the Pokemon one first, like they did in January. I want to say in January of 2013, the Pokemon Direct came first and then a Nintendo Direct. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But nonetheless, guys, it's getting interesting. And I thought this was worthy of making a rumor video on. Typically, I don't cover 4chan posts, but I was able to do enough research to where I thought it called for a video. So thank you guys very much for watching. I will have the Let's Play continued. We're going to go strong on that. We are going to finish the Let's Play. And then also I'll be streaming on Twitter a little bit later today. So thank you guys very much for watching. I greatly appreciate all that you guys have done for me this year, or last year in 2018. Twitter blew up. YouTube subscribers are almost at 300, so go subscribe. And I almost have 50 Twitch followers. Really need you guys' help on that. I need 5 followers, guys. 5 followers on Twitch. Help me out, and I can become an affiliate. So thank you guys very much for watching. Nito17, I'm out this bitch.